Live from Byers Field at Robert M. Boulton Stadium, this is the Holy Name Athletics Pregame Show on this Thursday night edition of high school football. I'm your host, Smee, and alongside me is Jayvon Williams. Cam will be joining us later, but as usual with his soccer obligation, he is going to be a little late. But definitely he'll be on later. He'll give us his predictions that way. Because this is the first week he has the opportunity to overtake me for number one in the predictions, but we'll get to that later. First off, kind of a short week. Already back doing this. We're live Saturday. Now it's Thursday. We're ready to go again.
Yeah, ready to go. Ready to get some football on, and hopefully the guys are well rested for this.
Yeah, and we'll bring you the recaps of at least one of the games because the other one, Max Probst kind of let us down a little bit. But the game that we do have recaps for, Holy Name versus Valley Forge, starting. Holy Name struck first with a Jayvon Williams rushing touchdown to make it a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. We ran the ball a lot in that game. Williams only had 7 passing attempts, 4 for 7, 1 pick in that game. So the running game was crucial in that game, and it's shown early with Jayvon Williams rushing touchdown.
Yeah, and then Forge came back with a field goal, so that made the score 7-3.
And then, Kriztion Sanchez, he wants to put his stamp on every game that he plays in. He had a rushing touchdown of his own, making it 14-3. But just before the half, Valley Forge kicked another field goal, 14-6 going into the half. Momentum pretty much even, maybe a little bit in Forge's favor, but it was still a pretty good first half there from Holy Name.
Yeah, it was a pretty good first half. Valley Forge is able to reply once again from Holy Name, start the half with the ball, scores a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie the game.
Yeah, at that point, momentum was in Valley Forge's favor. A couple errors from Valley Forge gave Holy Name back the ball, and we did not fail to capitalize. Jayvon Williams had a second rushing touchdown of the game in the third quarter, and then after a long Valley Forge drive, starting with about 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter to around 2 minutes left, they were unable to punch the ball in after drilling 9 minutes off the clock. 21-14 final score after Holy Name got the ball back, did a couple runs, and need out the clock.
Yeah. So it was a tough game for sure. Holy Name was really able to capitalize and getting the ball back. It's a really great thing.
Yeah, and then the other game, Buckeye versus Normandy. Max Probst kind of let us down. There was no update where the score was. Decided to take a day off and just list the score after. 42-7 was the score for Buckeye. We play them next week. They're definitely going to be a tough opponent, especially if they can win this week and we win this week. That game will decide who plays in the GLC championship game from the GLC East. So next week that'll be a huge game for our season, probably the most important one we've had yet. Up there at Padua, but still both are pretty important games. And then let's go into questions. We have 5 questions as usual, starting with question number 1. With Holy Name coming in as the 5th seed in Region 10 of Division 3, there's 4 regions in each of the divisions of football, and having a 32-point advantage according to Drew Pastor's score lines. What do we need to do to avoid this being a potential trap game?
I think we just got to continue to do what we did last week. It worked well. Valley Forge did get a little bit of momentum, but Holy Name wasn't going to let that happen or slide, and they came back and they really focused and put their head in the game, and I think that's really what we got to do. We got to switch it up too. We've seen a lot of Kriztion last week, and not so much throwing, so we could capitalize on that tonight with Vaughn's arm. And then as we prepare to wrap up the season, the guys need to think that if they work hard, this will be a great reward, and we could potentially see a little bit of a playoff run from Holy Name.
Yes, I can see that. Going out and playing this game, we normally game of football. 11v11, doesn't matter who's on the field, doesn't matter talent level. Anyone can win any week, so go out there and play like it's any opponent we played before. Don't underestimate them. Going into this season, they started the season 2-0, and they're 4-3. Last year, Normandy had 1 win. They now have 4 wins, so there's definitely a lot of getting 50 freshmen in from what I've heard. This team's a very young team, so that means they're still gelling together a little bit, but 4-3 for this Normandy team, considering how they've played the last couple of years. This is a season for the ages for them. I could see them make some of a playoff run as potentially a dark horse, especially seen early in the season. But this team can play football games. They've won 4 games, like I said. They can win the night potentially, but we just got to make sure to go out there and play clinical football, and then run the ball for big plays as Forge did against Normandy a couple weeks ago in their 49-6 victory. It was 28-6 at the half, similar to ours, and then they capitalized, kept putting on the pressure with 7 rushing touchdowns. Our running back committee, you have Kriztion Sanchez, the main guy, Wondolowski, Keyshawn, and even Will Dix, who playing really well on defense and had a couple nice runs against Normandy last year, and when we played them in our homecoming game, I believe it was. If we can get the running committee going well, even get to set up some screens, potentially pass the ball a little bit more, I think that we can avoid the trap game pretty easily. Question number 2. Our defense has been pretty solid over the last couple of weeks, only allowing 14 points in the last 3 games. While Normandy hasn't put that up in the last 2, they put up 6 against Forge and 7 up against Buckeye last week. What does the defense need to do today to limit this young Normandy offense?
I think as we've talked about in previous pregame shows, gotta stick to the basics. It's football. Stick to what you know. Continue to do that. What Holy Name's been doing over the last few weeks has been really great, and if we can continue to do those things and maybe tweak them a little bit and where we made those errors, I think we'll see some great things. And secondly, I just have something I'd really like to talk about for defensive, from a defensive perspective. You see a target, you hit hard, maybe you don't stop it. That's what we got to do tonight. Keep the Normandy offense from scoring, and just do our best as a defense overall to prevent Normandy from scoring.
I'm not going to say hit as hard as you can, because last time I said that 2 players went down in the first 3 plays of the game, so I'm not going to jinx anyone to get injured tonight's game. The first thing, bend, don't break. If it's 3rd down and 9, you can get 8 yards, they can't get 9. You just gotta, if they have to take something, make sure it's limited yardage. If, like I said, big 3rd down plays, it can have X amount of yards. As long as it's less than the yard a game, you can do that. Bend, don't break, that's a big part of it. Limit penalties. I mean, controversial as it was, Kalandasco was flagged for that pass interference with about 4 minutes left. Gave Valley Forge 2 more minutes of possession, and if they would have capitalized, that would have been a big talking point of that game, especially if it went to overtime. But limiting penalties, I mean, you just gotta be careful. I mean, obviously play physical football. Like Colin had a couple nice pass breakups before that point. That was just unfortunately called. But just be careful, making sure you're not doing dumb hits or anything like that. And then play physical and limit Normandy's playbook. I mean, if it's 2nd down and 5, and we can push them back 10 yards, even 3rd down and 15, opposed to having 20 plays, mainly of runs, they maybe have 3 plays that you can run to get that first down. Limiting Normandy's playbook and being able to kind of understand what they're going to run on every down, considering the yard to gain, that is a big part of how the defense can help themselves. Because having to defending as 20 different plays opposed to 3, there's a huge difference there. Question number 3. In half of the games compared to last year, Jayvon has already surpassed the passing yards total he had from last year, now being at 673 yards on the season thus far. What does he and the offense need to do to keep up their great form?
Like you said, though, in the end of that question, great form. And that's the one thing that is a crucial part of this game of football. Need to limit those gaps, protect Vaughn, let him throw if he needs to throw, and if Christian's running the ball, we need to stay with him and make sure that no one gets to him. We've seen some awesome coverage from several guys as Kriztion runs the ball, and we see some awesome coverage with Vaughn is throwing the ball. So I think as long as you protect Vaughn and Kriztion, I think it'll be a very strong game tonight.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Stick to the plays that work and don't branch out too far. I mean, obviously, if you're up by 30 or 40, you can experiment a little bit with the playbook, but stick to what works, the screens, the nice runs, inside, outside. Just do what this Holy Name offense has done to go 4-2 so far, with better record than we were last year, and arguably we had a stronger team last year, but these guys have stepped up in a big way. Do what works for these guys. I mean, the screen plays, they really didn't work as much last year, more of the runs work. Just different personnel, that's the big difference. Whatever works for this group of guys this year might not work for the guys that will next year. Do what the guys this year can do with the playbook, and I believe that'll be a good key to success. Make smart decisions when throwing and know when to go down as opposed to taking a hit. I mean, Jayvon's really good at this. He'll step out of bounds. Like, if he thinks he can't get an extra yard or 2, he'll step out of bounds as opposed to taking the hard hit. And then there's the other guy, our backup quarterback, Andrew Cole. The word slide is not in his vocabulary. Even for baseball, the word slide is not even in his vocabulary. He wants to truck you down. The only issue with that would be potential wear and tear of injuries. You don't want to get hit unnecessarily, so knowing that, and as well, throwing the ball. If you have to throw the ball away, try not to have it be a pick. I mean, I'd rather have an arm punt than obviously get sacked and be at the 20-yard line rather than be at midfield to the 20-yard line. But don't make dumb throws. I mean, if it's a stop and go route, don't throw when he stops. Wait till he goes, and then avoid being underthrown. Making sure you know where your target's going to go and being on the same page as the receiver so you avoid silly errors. And then obviously play with lots of intensity. A game of football, it's a game of inches. I mean, a little bit of physicality on the line can win you or lose you a football game, especially on a 4th down and inches on the goal line. I mean, we've seen teams like Valley Forge at this stadium, especially against North Ridgeville in like week 2 or 3 it was, goal line stand, they were unable to hold up on 4th down and let in Ridgeville for a touchdown to win the game. So, I mean, physicality and playing with intensity is big. I mean, you see guys like Gabe Young, Will Diggs, Kalandasco, they have big hits usually. If they can keep up that intensity tonight, I think that'll be a big way that this offense is they can do it on defense, but on offense, Cole trucking people, pancake blocks, Kriztion trucking people, and Vaughn doing a shifty performance with his feet. All that's a good kind of guys to follow to win this game. Question number 4, kind of similar to what we had last week with mentality. What's the mentality need to be for this team now with the 7th place jump from 12th place to playing Clyde as of last week to now 5th place being projected to play against Padua Franciscan once again in the playoff first round. That'd be a big game if that happens. And now we're 2 wins away from a winner-take-all GLC matchup against the winner, most likely the winner of North Olmsted EC tomorrow night. What does that intensity need to be for us? Well, knowing that, and knowing that we win the next 2 weeks, we can potentially win the GLC for the first time since 2019.
Yeah, we got to get locked in, continue to have variety, stay strong, be prepared, have multiple guys ready. If there's injuries, let's get through that. Have guys preparing. I know that the coaching staff has really pushed the guys this week. I know it was a short turnaround from Saturday to Thursday. That can be tough on a lot of players, but they're doing a lot of pushing on the coaching staff part, which is good for the players. And I think that they'll be ready to go. And if they can continue with the mentality and how they've been playing, I think we could see a great start of momentum for Holy Name as we continue to go on. And hopefully we do play Padua if that is projected.
Looking where we are right now, and the 2 playoff runs that we made it to the Elite 8 and the whole Division 3 in Ohio, looking at it, in 2020 we were the 6th seed. We had some big upsets against teams like Bowling Green and Ashland. Last year, it was Padua we had an upset. I mean, we were the 8th seed in that game. It was a close game won by the Andrew Cole catch. The underdog mentality, Holy Name has thrived off of it. We might be a higher seed, but we're still an underdog. I mean, going into this year, I don't think many people predicted us to even be in the situation to win the GLC. I mean, some people did. I mean, I remember seeing an article, EC versus Holy Name, that first game potentially being a preview for that GLC championship game. I mean, looking at playing the underdog mentality, that's gotten us so far in the playoffs many different times. And I mean, looking at 2019, which I'll get to that in a minute, underdog mentality, we fought to the end against Mansfield Senior, only lost by 15 in that game. We had some good game from guys like Garrett Spark and Chris Bowden at that point, who have since graduated. But the underdog mentality has been a big part of success for Holy Name in the past couple of years, and using that and fighting off of it is big. Another thing, home field advantage is still up for grabs. Every game matters. The next 3 weeks, if we can play at home. I mean, obviously these guys want to play in front of their home fans. All we need, if I'm not mistaken, all we need to do is have a top 4 finish, because there's only 2 games that are home or away in the playoffs, the first 2 rounds. We need to be a top 4 seed. We are currently 5, so we are not guaranteed a home field advantage game. I mean, if everyone wins like they're supposed to, with the higher seeds win, we'd be going to Mansfield for a Week 2 playoff game, and no one wants to go to Mansfield for a Week 2 playoff game. I mean, we'll look at the 2019 game for right now. We played at Mansfield Senior. They were a really good team in 2019. They're still a really good team. They won by 15 in Nick Mercutio's final game as starting quarterback for Holy Name. But I mean, looking at that, we want to have home field advantage. We want to play in front of the home fans and not have to have those long trips to the likes of Norton again. If we can get in that top 4, we can displace one of the teams like Tiffin, Buckeye, Cloverleaf, or Mansfield Senior. That's the top 4 in order. That's huge. That's what we're playing for tonight, especially if we get a big victory tonight and then beat Buckeye next week, who's currently number 2. We can see us being number 1, top dog in the state. We're the one who teams like Chardon, who might not be number 1 in their region, are trying to top it, which would be very good. And then go out and play every game like we're on an audition for that 1 seed, like I said. Then you're putting together your blind resume. Beating a team like by 50 would be huge. Especially the 4-3 record, that's huge. Beating Buckeye next week would be huge. You're putting together that blind resume, play out there, you're auditioning for that 1 seed. Do it again. And then question number 5, usually our last question, and speed stat is reserved for the fans, no different this week. With this being an away game on a school night, on a cold Thursday night, how much do you think the crowd will be affected?
I know a lot of people are talking about going to the game. The funny thing is, a lot of Holy Name students live in Parma. Byers Field is actually closer to Holy Name than North Arlington. So I think we'll see a good majority of students. A lot of students were hyped up about this game. The football team was talking about it all week. So I don't expect a very large crowd, but I expect a very decent crowd here.
I mean, looking back to the Thursday Lakewood game, or even the Saturday Valley Forge game, you're going to see, or even the Parma game we played here, you're going to see a smaller than usual crowd, but the intensity is still going to be there from those fans. All it takes is maybe 15 to 20 fans, and that students actually sound like it's filled. If we can have that, I would be surprised if we have a minimal attendance for this game, especially Thursday night, a lot of tests tomorrow, stuff like that, which would be big. But just another key point here, the colder it gets, the less and less people are going to go to the game. I mean, I know last year we had like that West home, the final game. The students, I mean, there's a lot of students there, but not as many as there usually would be for like the paddle game. That was still cold, but maybe 10 degrees warmer. That West Holmes game, it was probably 27, 25 degrees outside. We were freezing outside the box. I mean, just sitting there for as much as we did. These fans, they're still going to be supporting at home. I don't know how many of you guys you can see in the stadium, but whoever shows up tonight, you're going to hear them, and you're going to hear them loudly, even from the housing that's across the street. You're going to hear them from the Subway, Vitamin Shop. You're going to hear them from everywhere around here. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be loud. So if you live right around Byers Stadium. All right, that is the end of our questions. And now it's time for speed stats. Damien, you're going to go back and forth with yourself for speed stats this week. Look at that. How's that make you feel?
That's pretty good. I do know that Cam Ragazzo is somewhat here. I don't know what's going on with him.
He'll be here eventually.
So he's trying to figure it out right now. And I do apologize for the text. I'm trying to hold speed stats as wait for Cam.
He might be here, but he's going to miss out on speed stats. All right, starting speed stat number 1 with 25:43 on the clock. Jayvon Williams ran for 120 yards last week. Will he rush for 100 plus tonight?
Yeah, I think he will score tonight.
Normandy has scored 13 points in the last 2 weeks. Will they score tonight?
There's a possibility, yeah. I think there's a possibility.
Andrew Cole is averaging under 3 catches in a game for the first time in a long time, because he only had 2 last week. Will he have 4 tonight to even out his tally on the season?
Yeah.
Austin Wondolowski has 98 rushing yards on the season. Will he have 100 plus tonight?
That's a good possibility.
And then Holy Name's collective unit. Will we rush for 250 plus yards tonight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jayvon is averaging a rushing score in each game this season. Will he have 1 tonight?
Probably.
Last time Holy Name played Normandy, they put up over 50 points. Will Holy Name have their first 50 spot of the season?
It's a good possibility, yeah.
Like we said, we have 4 teams ahead of us. We have Tiffin, Buckeye, Cloverleaf, and Mansfield Senior. Will we jump one of those teams after with a win tonight?
Yeah, I think it's a good possibility for Holy Name. Yep.
Holy Name gave up a fumble recovery touchdown last time out again at Byers Field. Will Holy Name have a turnover at all tonight?
No, I don't think they will.
All right, Kevin Pavaka has 159 receiving yards on the season. Will he get the 41 needed to reach 200 yards tonight and be the 3rd receiver, joining Wondolowski and Cole to get 200 yards?
Probably, yeah.
All right, 2 more. Holy Name defense has had a lot of success in the last few games getting tackles for loss. Will Holy Name defense get 3 sacks tonight?
Oh, yes, absolutely they will.
And then the final one, question number 12, reserved for the fans. Will attendance reach 1,000 people for tonight's game?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, a little under 2 minutes. Those are your speed stats, like as usual. Message us on any of the social media accounts if you have any stats you want to be shown here. And as Cam is here, we're going to welcome him into the frame because it's time for predictions. It's his favorite segment. As he's going to try to top me this week. He needs to get, I believe, 3 more games correct than I do to tie 4 more to be ahead of me. So looking at the standings going into this game, as Cam is 5 games behind, if I'm not mistaken. I'm in first place with 51 correct and 16 wrong. Damien's in second place with 49 correct and 18 wrong. And Cam is in third place, 1 behind Damien, 3 behind me, and 48 and 14 as his record. Third place, whatever place that is. Not for long. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I would be surprised if you jump Damien tonight, but me, we'll see. All right, and for the first time, using Drew Pastor's rankings, the Joe ITEL website, we do have predictions of who's going to win by what, based on betting lines. We're just going to go by that terminology, numbers. However, game number 1, Buckeye favored by 30 against Lakewood. Who do you have winning? Buckeye.
Also Buckeye.
I believe Buckeye will win that game. I mean, they'll probably be a little closer than 30 points. Lakewood's a good team, especially Alex Simon's our rushing quarterback. I'd say maybe a 25-point game, but still, I think Buckeye will win handily. Game number 2, Valley Forge, a 44-point favorite against Parma. I believe Parma's going to lose that game. Valley Forge wins.
Yeah, Valley Forge, absolutely.
I think Valley Forge can win by a decent amount in that game. Game number 3, Westlake takes on Rocky River, which Rocky River is favored by 14. Maybe who do you have winning?
I gotta go with Rocky River on that one.
Rocky River, I mean, the BB legacy of running backs is still alive there. As long as they have that, they're a contender in any ball game they play. Game number 4, Bay Village favored by 28 over Fairview. Damien, who do you have winning?
I gotta go with Bay Village. Tough team. They're gonna whoop Fairview tonight.
Go with Bay. I think Bayville's going to win. Maybe a little bit of closer game, but I think Bay's going to win handily once again. Game number 5, the closest game we had to predict. Elyria Catholic, a 5-point favorite against North Olmsted, who is on a hot streak right now. Damien, who do you have winning?
I gotta go with Elyria Catholic on that one. It'll be a tough game, but Elyria Catholic.
I'm sticking with the program. Elyria Catholic.
I'm going to say Elyria Catholic on a game-winning field goal. Elyria Catholic by 3 on the road at North Olmsted.
The same games again.
Game number 6, St. Ignatius versus Archbishop Moyer, who's favored to win by 30. Will the number 1 team in the state, Archbishop Moyer, win again tonight? Or not tonight, whenever they play?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Iggy, it would have been a closer game. However, Iggy's quarterback, from what I've heard, suffered injury, will probably not be active, so best wishes to him. I think Moyer will win by a decent amount. The new top dog in the state. Look for them to win the state championship this year. Game number 7, St. Ed's, a 19-point favorite over Clarkson North from Arkansas, who, if you do remember, they did beat Manor by around 30, I believe it was, a couple weeks ago. David, who do you have winning that game?
I gotta go with St. Ed's on that one. It's gonna be a good game. St. Ed's, they came up with that tough loss, and now they're coming back from it, so I gotta go with St. Ed's.
I'll go with St. Ed's.
I also think St. Ed's can win, but maybe a little bit closer game as Clarkson North, they're a traveling team. Usually say the home away advantage. The way disadvantage is not there. They have not played a home game, so
They're not scheduled to play a home game.
they know the road pretty well. I think it'll be a lot closer game than people are going to think. I say Eds by 7. I mean, they've had a lot of close contests this year. Eds by 7. Game number 8, Solon versus the 14-point favorite of Menor. Even though Solon does have a better record, Damien, who do you have winning?
I gotta go with Mentor. I've been thinking about this all day. I kind of just made a judgment call on it, like before I got here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even have it on my paper. That's how bad it was. Like I was struggling. But I gotta go with Mentor.
I also agree Menor's going to win this game. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I mean, Solon has a very good shot to win that game. I'd say Menor by 7, a last-minute touchdown. It's going to be a close game. Menor by 7. Game number 9, current number 1 in our region, Tiffin Columbia takes on Bellevue. Both pretty similar ranked. Tiffin Columbia's favored by 13. Who do you have winning?
Oh, there you go. I'm going with Tiffin Columbia.
I'm awesome.
I agree, Tiffin, they're number 1 in the region. I think they're going to win once again. It's going to be a little bit of a close game. I say Tiffin by 10. You probably picked all the same. This one was a difficult one to predict. Badge J versus Ursula, who's a 24-point favorite, which I don't think that's an accurate representation.
We still pick the same.
All Ursula?
Yep.
I think Badge J's going to make it a close game. I say Ursula by 3. I mean, that's St. Mary loss is going to probably affect them a little bit. Badge a little bit better record. That team we played them last year, very good. I'd say Ursula by 3. Game number 11, Padua, 8-point favorite over Notre Dame Community Roulette. Damien?
I think it's Padua.
Yeah, Padua.
Padua by 7, I think.
Hard to say it, but.
And the last game we all predicted, Centerview versus Springfield. On MaxCraft rankings, 11 versus 10 in the state. Springfield favored by 10. Who do you have winning?
Springfield.
We'll all have the same pick, so Springfield.
This was same as last year.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
as last year.
Springfield.
Except my extra pick.
But we'll get to that second. Springfield, state runner-ups. I got to go. I say they would move a little bit more than that says. Springfield by 17. All right, we have 5 extra games from Cam, starting with Strong's favored by 19 over Euclid. Will Euclid get their second win of the season?
No, for first time ever, I'm going with Strong's. Hopefully it pans out well.
Game number 2, Medina, the 33-point favorites over Brunswick. Who do you have winning?
Medina's better than Brunswick. Yeah, they are. Medina. Go Bees.
Game number 3, the undefeated Cuyahoga Heights, 17-point underdogs compared to the 6-1 Lutheran West. Cam, who do you have winning?
You gotta go with Cuyahoga.
Change prediction. I was
No, that's
out
out
there.
there. I told you.
The whole week he said he was going Lutheran West, and he changed his mind the last minute. Game number 4, Mansfield Senior, a 14-point favorite over Worcester. Who you have winning?
Mansfield Senior.
And finally, game number 5 of the extra ones, Avon Lake, 18-point favorites versus Elyria.
Avon Lake.
I probably agree with
17 of my picks.
none of us went on underdogs after that. And then finally, there's the keys to victory. All-star number 1. Keep the running game going. 100-yard game, touchdown from Bond, touchdown from Sanchez. Just depends who gets the ball more. If we can keep running the ball effectively, I think that's a very good opportunity.
Continue to pass. They only threw the ball 7 times last week, so just continue to pass, just be able to mix it up.
I'm gonna keep running foot on the gas pedal. Keep going into these extra weeks and find extra weeks. Well, we'll see where it goes.
And then finally, keep the defense strong. 14 points allowed in the last 3 games. I mean, it's really been 20 allowed, however, but I'm not going to. 14 points last game. I'm not going to really say that the other ones, it was the offense giving up penalties, like not penalties, like giving up turnovers there. The defense has been strong. If they can keep strong tonight, I think it'll be a very good shot at winning this game. And with that brings us to the end of our Holy Name Athletics pregame show. We'll be back on in, it says 16 minutes and counting left to go until kickoff. So I would say around 20 minutes. We'll be back in 20 minutes to bring you live coverage of the game.
Superintendent and Administration, welcome to Byers Field, Boulton Stadium, home of the Invaders. Normandy High School would like to welcome Holy Name High School in tonight's contest between the Greenway and your Normandy Invaders. Normandy High School and Holy Name High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with all member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While playing on the field may be fierce, all in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between student athletes and that good sportsmanship is expected. The officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and Great Lakes Athletes. Tonight's officials are referee Mike Davey, umpire Ragazzo, linesman Tim Harris, line judge Bill Walker, and match judge Josh Jameson.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and stand and join us in the playing of the Thursday game.
Byers Field, an historic stadium here in Parma, home to many teams in Parma and St. Ignatius. The location of tonight's game between Holy Name and Normandy. This is your special Thursday night football broadcast of Holy Name versus Normandy. I'm your host, Nathan Smee. Alongside me is Cameron Ragazzo for tonight's game.
Hello.
Once again, the third time in a row we're not playing on a Friday night. Second time on a Thursday, and we're back at Byers Field for the first time since that nice game against Parma, so we're hoping for another outcome similar to that.
0 points this time.
Hopefully giving up 0 points this time, yes. And as Holy Name's band finishes playing, Brock Boomsma, our cult hero kicker, is about ready to send the ball away and start tonight's contest. Boomsma begins the run-up, and we're underway here at Byers Field. Short kick taken in by Copy at the 30-yard line, which will bring on Normandy's offense.
Kickoff is caught and down by number 4.
Brock Boomsma is kind of known for that weird kickoff style, a little bit of a shorter one this time. Taking it at the 30, not the worst field position we could have given him, not the best field position.
Got to keep you on edge.
Yep, that's the nice thing. You can sweep kick it, sky kick it, and that time was kind of a mix of both, with the height and the length. So we'll see what Normandy can do with this. 13 points they've scored in the last 2 games. Their offense hungry for some points here. Let's see if Holy Name's defense has an answer to them here as they're taking the field right now. Led out by sophomore quarterback number 3, Elijah Gray. Doubles formation with Stash in motion. The end around is taken in. The ball carrier is Stacks, taken out at around the 32-yard line. 37-yard line, gain of 7 on the play. We're going to have second down and 3.
That is how you numbers. You're only 5 off.
I assume we're going to see a lot of those similar runs tonight. A nice end around there to keep Holy Name on their toes, giving up 7 yards already. So let's see if Holy Name has an answer for this time.
They're already yelling. I think they were yelling at the replay screen because it's a distraction from what I heard from the ref.
There's also an issue with also the play clock there. Second down and 3. Doubles formation here with the running back to the left side of Gray. Gray's going to keep it himself this time, running the outside. But taken down by a few namers there as he gets to the 42-yard line, which is enough to move the chains for a Normandy first down.
Elijah Gray carries the ball 5 yards to the 42 for a first down.
And earlier on in this game, Normandy's trying to establish a solid run. Two plays, 12 yards so far. Normandy's running game looking pretty solid so far.
Invaders from their own 42-yard line.
Trips formation here with the running back to the left side of the quarterback. Gray looking to throw. Launches it downfield, and it is caught there by Stacks. Stacks will be taken down at the 37-yard line of Holy Name, which is enough to move the chains for a Normandy first down.
Elijah Gray's pass is complete to number 10, Chris Starks.
I believe that was a 21-yard reception there by Starks there from Elijah Gray.
First and 10 Invaders.
First down 10, trips formation here. We're actually 5 wide. Gray takes a snap, looking to throw. Some pressure there from Holy Name as he's rolling down to the left side of the field. Looking downfield as there's a flag on the play. Pass is caught by Stash. Taken at the 31 awaiting the penalty.
Gray's pass is complete to number 21, Austin Stash.
Seems to be holding on the Holy Name defense.
Bounds at the 31. Pick up at 7.
Little personnel change here for Normandy as they're bringing in the tight end, who also is one of their kick returners, Luke Copy here. As you'll see him right in front of Gray on your screen. Lining up a yard or 2 behind the left-sided guard and tackle. First down and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. Gray running to the left side, pitches it. And Stacks, the ball carrier, is taken down out of bounds by Nick Kuchera. They're saying he just got back to the line of scrimmage, which is at the 27-yard line of Holy Name.
26-yard line.
I mean, so far, no Holy Name's defense, that was the first play they've had an answer to, besides the end around, the QB keeper, and the nice pass downfield. That they haven't had an answer to it. That was the first play Holy Name had an answer to. As Normandy, they're trying to use that outside edge like we preach here, using that outside hash, and they're using it effectively already. Gray, the lone man in the backfield. 2nd down and 10. He's going to keep it, running up the middle, and he'll be taken down in the backfield there. They're going to mark him down at the 30-yard line. Nick Kuchera, the initial man to hit him.
Let's see if Holy Name can come up here with a crucial 3rd down play and maybe force them to kick a field goal, or I don't know if they get enough yards. Maybe they'll go for it, but depends what they do on 3rd down. So
3rd down and 9. They're calling that ball at the 27-yard line still. Third down and 9 after he apparently got back to the line of scrimmage. Gray looking to throw. Has some pressure by Andrew Cole. Launching downfield, and it is incomplete, just out of the hands of Austin Stash. We bring out 4th down and 9 for Normandy.
Good pressure there by Andrew Cole. Just beat his man and was able to put pressure on the quarterback and force an incompletion. Looks like Normandy is going to come out here for a field goal.
Number 24, Nino Illich, the lefty kicker here, ready to take on this field goal attempt.
Nino Illich into attempt. A 43-yard field goal.
Snap's good, the hole is good, it's up. And it is shy, barely gets into the end zone. Nice job there by Holy Name to bring some pressure, especially there by Austin Wondolowski.
Did that, I think, did they get tipped? I don't know. It just seemed like either got tipped or the ball just died.
They're to call it tipped, otherwise that might have been a penalty on Wondolowski for running into the kicker. However, good job with him to just get a hand on the ball and make sure to avoid the penalty. And Holy Name get the ball for the first time this game.
I was going to say, because it definitely, either the wind is like incredibly strong, which I don't think it's that strong, but that ball just died. Good stop there by the Holy Name defense.
And here coming onto the field here is the Holy Name offense led by Jayvon Williams.
Too many men on the field, and Normandy's going to have to take a timeout.
And that drive looked pretty promising there for Normandy, just unable to connect on the 4th and 9 field goal attempt. I mean, like you said, wind, not as much of a factor as the tip. I mean, it still made it to the end zone, so I would assume that it was tipped up. Because I would assume that if you're attempting a field goal from that kind of range in high school, you know your kicker can hit it. So I would assume it was just a matter of the tip lost it the couple yards it needed.
Yeah, it definitely looked like it had what it needed, and then, like I said, all of a sudden it just died out of midair. So I'm going to assume, like I said, I'm going to assume it was tipped because that definitely looked like it was going through.
Yeah, the accuracy was on point right there. It was going straight down the middle there, however, unable to connect. As Holy Name will begin their first possession ball at the 20-yard line, led up by senior quarterback Jayvon Williams. To the right side of Williams is Gardner, and behind him is Wondolowski. 1st down and 10. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball off to Wondolowski. Wondolowski will be taken down at the 21 by Tony Feller. Trips right formation here, 2nd down and 9 after the gain of 1 on the play. Trying to get him to jump. And they're going to say that he did jump.
Yep.
I mean, we saw a little bit on the screen. I mean, the hand kind of made it a little bit over the line. Good job there by the side judge to see it, call it, to give Holy Name the extra 5 yards they earned on that one, which will bring up 2nd down and 4, which opens up the playbook a lot more for the 2nd down.
True.
Doubles right formation, 2nd down and 4. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. The screen is caught by Gardner. Gardner running forward, has some more room, and he's going to force his way to the maybe 39-yard line when it was originally hit. We're going to see what they're going to call. They're going to say Normandy did recover a fumble.
What?
They're going to say the ball went back and traveled to the 48-yard line of Holy Name, where Normandy will begin their second possession. But then, they pointed the other way. Wait. They're going to say Holy Name did regain possession, but it looked like the one side judge called it Normandy's ball.
Well, they're going to hurry up here so they don't have any time.
Williams takes a snap, running out, pitches it to Wondolowski. Wondolowski going to the outside, cutting up field still, and will force his way to the 48-yard line of Normandy. But I mean, if you saw the far side judge did point in the direction of Normandy on that play.
Very true. I thought he was down, but nonetheless, great way to come back to the ball for Kriztion, make the first man miss, and just be able to run up in the field.
Yeah, like we said, the screens have worked for this group of guys. Andrew Cole, also Wondolowski, and now Kriztion Gardner getting the screens. That's worked well for Holy Name. Jayvon Williams, nice throw right on the dot. I mean, he's missed a couple of them this year on the screens. But nice job from him, get a nice chunk yards play. And whoever recovered, we did not see who did. Good job for them to advance the ball a couple yards like Colin Dosco did on the Pavanka fumble in last game.
True.
Trips formation here, 2nd down and 6. Williams hands the ball to Wondolowski, who has some room on the outside edge. Cutting the outside, upfield, 35, 30. He's at the 20, and he'll be forced out of bounds at the, they're going to spot him down at the 18-yard line. A nice run there by Austin Wondolowski, enough for a big Holy Name first down and their first red zone trip of the game.
Just a great play there by Austin Wondolowski. Was able to read his blocks, saw he had so much room on the outside instead of cutting it back up inside, and got about, I don't know, probably 10 more yards on that play than if he would have just stayed inside.
A big component of this doubles up formation is trying to get the jump to no avail. Wondolowski now optioning to the right side of Williams. Doubles right formation. 1st down 10 ball at the 18-yard line of Normandy. Williams takes a snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw downfield. Has Cole open, and it is incomplete just through the hands of the diving Andrew Cole. Nice job there by Cole to just give it all he could there. Just unfortunately went right through his hands. Nothing more you can do on that play. Just a little bit let it too far, and he'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
It's going to happen. It's 1st and 10. You know, take a shot to the end zone. Cole beat his man. You know what happens. It's okay.
Andrew Cole, one of the best guys in the GLC at beating his man, making sure he can get off of him there. As you can see the separation, even if he does not make the play, mostly you see he has 5-10 yards of separation. You saw especially at the Parma game here, as Kriztion Gardner runs up the field, and he is in for a Holy Name touchdown. Kriztion Gardner.
There was just so much open space up in the middle of the field. It seems like they just forgot about the run after that pass. Nobody was there in the middle except for, I don't know, I think the one defensive back came over. That's who Kriztion stiff-armed and was able to get in the end zone.
A nice big run there by Kriztion Gardner. Running back by committee, 18-yard rush there from Gardner. That makes it a 6-0 ball game, awaiting number 6, the lefty himself, Curtis Robinson's extra point attempt. The snap to Wondolowski is good. Hold is good. Up and good is the kick. A drive once thought to be dead on a fumble recovery by Normandy at Holy Name's 48. Turns into a touchdown from Holy Name off a nice rushing attempt there by Kriztion Gardner for 18 yards. 7-0 ball game is your score after each team has had one possession so far. I mean, so far the running game, as usual, is a big key factor of this. The screenplay for Kriztion Gardner worked as he's getting a lot of volume in tonight's game, as I would assume that's going to continue for most of this.
Like I said there, it just seems like they just forgot about the run after that pass to Andrew Cole. And it seems like they just had nobody up the middle to stop Kriztion Gardner. So, great way to, get a touchdown on the board. Definitely Wondolowski and Kriztion Gardner's style is a little bit different than Kriztion Sanchez. Sanchez more of the bruiser compared to Wondolowski and Gardner, who are more your fast guys. They'll get to the outside edge quicker and be able to get short bursts of speed. Not as powerful as Kriztion Sanchez is, but however the speed kills just as much as the power. And speaking of power, our Colts hero kicker, Brock Booms, is setting up the ball, hoping the ball does not get taken out by the wind, as he's ready to boot the ball away for the 2nd time in today's contest. The run up by Boomsbo begins, and the squib kick this time will be taken in at the 20-yard line and muffed a little bit. And as Normandy's player tried to kind of shield him, the ball carrier will be taken down at the 26-yard line on a very weird play as Normandy will begin their 2nd possession, hoping to score after missing the field goal from the 29-yard line last time out. That's that Brock Boomsbo kick. Bounced right into his hands, and then all of a sudden, just right out of his hands.
He has many different plays up there. The squib kick, the sky kick, like we said. Good job there by mixing it up there. Normandy was not expecting that at all. And you have to see the guy had to shield him to make sure he fell on the ball there. As it looked like he had it originally, and then he took a step and just fumbled it.
That's kicking legend.
First down and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. Gray could keep it himself, running to the outside on the left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 33-yard line. Initial hit there by Nick Kuchera. Heard his name a couple times today. I believe that was his 3rd tackle on the night. Second down and 4 after the gain of 6 on the play. Doubles left formation as the snap is a little bit botched. Gray running with it now to the right side, looking to throw. Launches it downfield, and it is incomplete. Closest player there is Will Dix. Good, nice pressure there by Logan Burton to get to the backfield. Pressure, Gray out to the right side field where he's had to launch it into space and pray Will Dix did not intercept the ball.
Very true, very true.
There's that intensity we talked about in the pregame show, making sure if you get back there, force the quarterback to make a rush throw. I mean, Logan was trying to tackle him, but I think Moore was trying to, I think he saw where Will was and saw there were no receivers around there and trying to force the throw where it could have been picked off. So nice job by him and good pressure overall as Gray this time will keep it. And he'll be hit and forced back to the, they're going to spot him down at the 34-yard line. So they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage around. So bring on 4th down and around 4, which will most likely bring on the Normandy punting team, considering the field position they have.
Like I say, don't underestimate a fake punt. Doesn't happen very often, but it's high school football, so never know.
I mean, a game like this, looking at the GLC, Normandy being 1-2, if they lose, they're out of contention to win the GLC East after a strong start to the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pull out any and every stop they possibly have in their arsenal to win tonight's game. The snap's a little high, but good, taken in. Punt is off, almost blocked. Holy Name's yelling to let the ball roll. And it will roll back to the, I'm going to say, 46-yard line of Holy Name, and that is where Holy Name will take possession for the second time this game, hoping to capitalize once again after the 18-yard rushing touchdown by Kriztion Gardner on the last drive.
Good pressure there by the Holy Name special teams unit. They were able to get back there, and the punter actually, instead of punting, I don't know, your like normal far ball, it was kind of just a high sky kick. So it didn't go as far as probably as he hoped, but just great pressure there by the Holy Name special teams and getting back there to make sure all the kick was. It looked
like they weren't really going for the ball. I think they were just trying to get the normal 45-degree angle punt that you'd usually see, and trying to get more of a sky kick, like you said. So good job there by not trying to rough the punter at all. They're trying to force him to send the ball high end. That probably gained Holy Name an extra maybe 20 yards of field position, depending on the roll. First down 10, ball at the 46-yard line of Holy Name. Trips right formation here for Holy Name. Williams takes a snap, takes a handoff, looking to throw. Under pressure, running out to the right side of the field now. Launches it downfield, and it is incomplete, intended for Kriztion Gardner. Look like there's a little bit of push off there, and then he looked like it was tripped. So a little interesting play there on the right side of the field between Gardner and the defender. Either way, incomplete pass will bring up second down and 10.
I like that style of play, though, being able to use Jayvon's legs and just getting him outside the pocket. Unfortunately, he didn't have any room to run there, and all the receivers were covered, so he just threw the ball, incomplete pass. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure there by the Normandy defensive line being able to penetrate through the offensive line to get to the backfield. But Jayvon, good job there by not making a dumb throw, just getting the ball away as he had to, as Cole catches the screen. And he'll force his way forward to the 48-yard line of Normandy. So that'll be a gain of 6 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Well, on that play right there, they see 7 in the box, so you're not going to be able to run the ball as effectively as you really want to with 7 in the box. So stretch the field wide. Green play to Cole, which we always love to see. Get Cole in open space, see what he can do. Good 6-yard pickup there.
3rd down and 4 here, ball at the 48-yard line of Normandy. Looking to the sideline for the call. All personnel stay in the same location. 3rd down and 4, ball at the 48-yard line of Normandy. Williams takes a snap, a little bit high, fakes a handoff, can keep himself, running up the gut, the 40-yard line, the 30-yard line, and will force himself out at the 28-yard line. Nice pickup there by Jayvon Williams, which is enough for a Holy Name first down.
Like I said, I always say this, just stretch the run to the outside and just see what you can do. And good example there.
There's
more space on the outside because there's less people.
Yeah. Looked like he stepped out of the 48-yard line. The 28-yard line. They're going to call it the 29-yard line. So a gain of 19 on the play. Nice run there by Williams, bringing up another Holy Name first down, nearing the red zone with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Trips left formation here, first down. Williams takes a snap, takes a handoff. The screen pass to Cole is caught. Going to the outside edge, stiff arms, and still forcing away, still on his feet. And he'll finally be wrestled down by a few invaders at the 20-yard line.
And we're waiting to see if the referee will move the chains.
I think they give him 9 maybe.
But I say just came up short, which will bring up second down and inches.
Great play by Cole there. Just got the ball in open space, trucked over one defender, was able to push off another defender, and just really close to getting that first down there.
And Cole motioning to the right side of the field with Gardner to the right side of Williams, and behind Williams is Wondolowski. Second down and inches. The handoff to Wondolowski. Now cutting to the left side of the field, trying to get the outside edge, jukes his man a little bit, and will be taken down. They're going to spot him at the 12-yard line, which is enough this time to move the chains for a Holy Name first down.
There you go.
Wondolowski a little shifty there, Richie trying to cut inside, that was blocked up, trying to get the outside edge, didn't think he could get the outside edge. Nice cut inside there to get a couple extra yards, get the 12-yard line, and make it Holy Name first down. First down and 10, ball at the 12-yard line. Williams hands the ball off to Gardner, who will be taken down at the 9-yard, they're going to say the 8-yard line there. Gain of 4 on the play, so bring up second down and 6. Once again, our little personnel change as Kucheras to the right side of Williams, and behind Williams now is Wondolowski. Second down and 6. Wondolowski takes the handoff, going at the middle, and he's in easily for the Holy Name touchdown. Austin Wondolowski is his first rushing touchdown of the game. Second rushing touchdown overall for Holy Name. That one, an 8-yard score. Now 13-0 with just under 2 minutes, just around 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, good blocking there with the Holy Name offensive line, and Wino just walked in untouched.
A nice job there at Holy Name, using the pass and run, both equally effective there to punch it in to make it 13-0. 14-0 pending the kick from the lefty Curtis Robinson.
Lefty Curtis Robinson.
The snap to Wondolowski is good. The hold is good. Kick is up and good. No good, actually. I'm going to say it went wide.
I don't know. Kind of looked like he definitely boomed the kick. I don't know. They're going to say it was wide right, but still 13-0 here. Holy Name is winning.
With 2:26 left to go in the first quarter, Boomsbill's ready to send the ball away. They have Normandy their third possession of the game. Boomsbill begins his run up. Squib kick of sorts once again. And it's going to roll back, and Normandy should let it go into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. Once again, a different style there. That one was more of a line drive squib, opposed to their squib that went maybe 10 yards and hit the ground last time, compared to the sky kick the first time around. So Boomsbill's keeping Normandy special teams on their toes as Normandy will get the ball for the third time. First drive ended in a missed field goal that was somewhat blocked, we'll go with. Second drive had a punt, almost blocked punt. However, that gave Holy Name good enough field position to make it 13-0 ball game. As Normandy will take possession of the ball at the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Doubles left formation here. The keeper for Gray Great, using some good footwork there. We'll get to around the 23-yard line. So gain of 3, so bring up 2nd down and 7. A few cuts there by Elijah Gray to try to get to the outside edge. Couldn't get there, tried cutting inside and just hit immediately. So nice job there by Holy Name to make sure they only gave up a couple yards on the play. Bringing it down in 7, ball at the 23-yard line. Gray hands the ball, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, and it is incomplete.
Threw it out of bounds, so really no chance to even make it. That was not like 17.
Ten receiver there was Austin Kanicki. Incomplete pass to bring him 3rd down and 7. Gray takes it, pitches it to Stacks. And Stacks will be tripped up right around the line of scrimmage there. And that hit will actually be for a loss. They're going to mark it down at how they're spotting this. They might take out right around the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he lost 2 on the plays. We're going 4th down and 9. Just a little confusing there at the rest, depending where they're trying to spot the ball. And where he went out was right around the marker point. Just depends where they spotted the ball.
I feel like we're farther away even though we're closer. But it's more difficult because we don't have the higher vantage point. But I would rather be in here than the
death box.
Yep.
The snap's a little low, take it in. The punt is up a little bit higher this time. Still a little shallow. And I'll take a Holy Name bounce. And they'll down it at the 36-yard line. Depends if they're actually going to say the 37-yard line. So the little Tony Romo effort there to pull the ball back an extra yard works for Normandy. And I'll give Holy Name 37 yards ahead of them before another touchdown.
Almost was the butt punt because the shield there got, I don't know, he was like running all the way back. So
trying to channel his inner Thomas Morstead there.
Yep.
And not saying Thomas Morstead. At least he's not seeing ghosts like Sam.
Very true.
First down 10 ball at the 37-yard line of Normandy. Williams takes a snap, hands the ball off to Wondolowski. Wondolowski cutting upfield will be forced down at the, we're going to say 28-yard line. Gain of around 9 in the play. 2nd down and 1 or 2 depending where they spot it. Williams takes a snap. Looking to throw now. Pass is incomplete, just outside the reach of Nick Kuchera. I mean, nice fake there by Holy Name, trying to fool on the run. Just unfortunately led his receiver too far. We'll bring up 3rd down and around 2 with 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 13-0 is your score. Holy Name waits to play call. 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 13-0 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Doubles for formation with Gardner to the right side of Williams. 3rd down and 2. Williams takes a snap, running out to the right side, looking to throw. Launches downfield and incomplete outside the reach of Cole as he appears to be a little bit down. Maybe tripped on his own feet. Cole's okay after it looked kind of scary. It looked like he went down in pain originally. However, the incomplete pass, we're going 4th down and 2. And an interesting decision for Holy Name. They're going to go for it or send Curtis Robinson out there to attempt the field goal.
I think they're going to go for it here. They're going to, I don't know, no betting man, but I'll probably bet this is a, no, I'm not going to bet this is a run.
And the thing is, the clock is stopped, so they're not going to go out there, wait, rethink their decision between the switching of the quarter. They have to run the play here.
Yeah, 8 in the box, so.
4th down and 2 with Kuchera to the right side and Wondolowski behind. Wondolowski takes the handoff, running upfield, and he'll force his way to the 20-yard line of Normandy. Well enough for a Holy Name first down, which that should be the last play of the first quarter.
This 8 in the box does not matter.
And they're going to move it as such. That'll be the end of the first quarter, 13-0 in favor of Holy Name, which is score with Holy Name in the red zone. We'll be back in a minute with the second quarter. All right, we are back. Holy Name in the red zone to begin the second quarter. 13-0 in favor of Holy Name is your score. First down 10. Williams takes it, hands the ball off to Wondolowski again. Wondolowski will be forced down at the 20-yard line. Forward progress as he got back to the line of scrimmage, which will bring up second down and 10.
I can see better now because they're on this side of the field instead of the very far side of the field.
You know, just nice job there by Normandy to penetrate through the offensive line there, make a nice play there to stop Wondolowski after the nice run in the last play. To bring up second down and 10, ball spotted at the 20-yard line of the Invaders. Doubles right formation here with Wondolowski to the right side, who's motioning out for the screen, which will be caught by Wondolowski. Cutting upfield, still on his feet, and will be taken down at the 10-yard line, maybe 9.5. The way they're spotting it, it should be enough for a Holy Name first down.
Smee with a little preemptive call there. Instead he caught the pass before he cut the pass, so good thing he did.
First down and goal, ball at the 9-yard line of Normandy after the nice gain of 11 on the play by Wondolowski. I mean, nice job there, motioning out pretty quickly in stride. Wondolowski was led perfectly by Williams. Throw right in the money to the screen. Nice job to lose a little bit of effort. Force the way forward and get a nice gain of 11. Williams takes a snap, looking to throw. Launches it into the end zone, and it is called. They say it's incomplete. Pavanka had it just out of bounds. Once again, second end zone shot of the game. That one was in the reach of Pavanka, just unable to get his feet in bounds.
Yeah, and Jayvon had to get that throw off. They were setting 6 and only blocking. I think they were blocking 6, but the extra blocker came around the edge, and I don't know who the running back was, but couldn't get there in time. So, just good job by Vaughn to get the ball off and give his receiver a chance.
Trips left formation here, second down and goal, ball at the 9-yard line. Williams can keep it himself this time. Running the outside edge, stiff arms a man, cuts upfield, hitting the helmet, and he appears to have stretched it over for the Holy Name touchdown. Jayvon Williams runs it in for his first score of the game, and he'll make it a 19-0 ball game in favor of Holy Name. What a run there by Jayvon. Look like he got stiff-armed in the face a little bit there. His helmet jerked back a little bit. Able to stiff arm to the outside like Derrick Henry. Cut inside and forced the way in for 6 points for Holy Name. It looked like Normandy had his number there in the backfield. Got to take him down for a 2-yard loss, but Jayvon said no sir and cut upfield and got the Holy Name touchdown. 3 touchdowns, 3 different rushers.
Very true.
Curtis Robinson lefty on to attempt his third extra point, 1 for 2 so far. Sent to Wondolowski, good. The hold is good. Kick is up. This time is good, which will make it a 20-0 ball game in favor of Holy Name. Nice drive there by Holy Name, just running down a little bit of clock there, getting into the end zone on a nice run by Jayvon Williams, taking a 20-0 lead, a commanding 20-0 lead, and hopefully Holy Name can just build off that the next time they get the ball.
Good rebound there by Curtis Robinson. Just coming off the miss of the other extra point. Just good way to clear his head and just make the next one.
I mean, this running committee has done a very good job tonight, especially Kriztion Sanchez inactive, with Keyshawn Gardner and also Wondolowski stepping up in a big way for tonight's game. And I mean, running back by committee, it's worked for teams like San Francisco 49ers, but Holy Name, they've always been about next man up. With Kriztion being out with the ankle injury, with Keyshawn stepping up for the first rushing touchdown, Weinolowski for the second, and Jayvon Williams doing his usual rushing touchdown for the third.
If I had to guess, I'm going to guess we score another rushing touchdown.
Rashad? Hand the ball to Rashad. Like I said, I've said this story many times. Freshman year, they need someone to go on running back for a practice. They gave the ball to Rashad. By the end of it, no one was able to hold on to Rashad as he was just that strong. So that'd be a fun trick play to run as the quarterback, Gray, has the ball here. He'll be taken down at the 34-35 yard line. I mean, not when you see a quarterback out there for special teams.
I don't know. We put Jayvon out there for defense sometimes. So.
And special teams. I mean, it's just something you wouldn't expect to see. First down 10, ball at the 35-yard line of Normandy. Looking to throw is Gray, who launches it downfield, and it is well incomplete. The closest player was Kalandasco. I mean, I've seen this Elijah Gray stats throughout the season, been doing pretty well. Sophomore quarterback. This is a very young Normandy team. From what I heard, they got 50 freshmen into the program. 19 are listed on the varsity roster for tonight's game. So, I mean, very impressive what Normandy's doing. A lot of young guys on there. On the roster, you got a lot of 9, 10s, and 11s for grades. Just a quick count here. Maybe around 10, 15 seniors. A lot of young guys on this team, and that's a good sign for Normandy's future. Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Gray looking to throw, pitches it this time to Stacks. And Stacks, the ball carrier, will be taken down at the 44-yard line. They're going to mark him down, which will be third down and short upcoming here for Normandy. Or there's an injured Holy Name player on the field. It appears to be, I believe that's Austin Weinolowski, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Correction on the injury, that is Will Dix. He's able to walk off on his own power. Looks a little dazed. I mean, he did have that helmet-to-helmet collision against Parma a couple weeks ago, so definitely hoping that Will's okay. Will officially off the field. Third down and 1 after the gain of 9 on the last play by Normandy. Quarterback keeper running the outside edge, and he will not get the first down. A couple of nice hits there. Kalandasco and Nicocera, the ones we can see for sure. And they're gonna say he got the first down. A very questionable spot there by the refs. We'll give Normandy a first down.
I don't know about that one, but I don't know. That's what the refs called, so
I mean,
you really can't change it.
That's the second one we've been confused on with forward progress. You know, like they're giving a lot of forward progress. If you get to that yard line, they're going to say you got to that yard line. I mean, if you saw the one that looked like he was taken down to the 30-yard line, they gave him the 27. So, I mean, it appears forward progress might be a big factor tonight's game. As Gray looking to throw, launches it downfield to a wide open receiver who is incomplete. Nice break up there and recovery by Kevin Mavanka to get back to the ball and make the open receiver not be able to get to the ball.
That's how you play defense.
It looked like he had Pavanka burned for a good second there. Pavanka able to get back to the ball as the ball might have been slightly underthrown there, but
seemed like the receiver was playing a little bit of defense on Pavanka. They know Pavanka's got good hands, so Pavanka stepped in front of that one and unable to haul it in for the interception. But second down here.
I mean, we've seen Gray throwing. He's been a little inaccurate, a little long or short on some plays, or is a little inaccurate as he pitches it to Stacks and trying to get the outside edge, and he will be dragged down at the 46-yard line. I mean, it looked like he was down at the 45. It looked like his knee was down. However, he was able to just keep his knee off the ground and get an extra yard. So props to the runner there to get that extra yard.
There's a pitch counts as a run, right?
Yes.
Like that kind of.
That was a pitch as it went backwards.
Oh yeah.
We're up 3rd down and 9.
I don't know. Sometimes they just call like runs passes and passes runs, but that's what I thought. I'm clarifying for clarity.
I mean, if the one, I believe, it was in Parma. We tried doing a couple of those screens to Dasco. Those were listed as runs. As I don't know if it was not a forward pass or however it was, but still the scoring's a little weird. I mean, the screen that Holy Name mainly run, there's the receiver's a little bit in front. As Gray is looking to throw, cast some pressure, launches downfield, and it is incomplete. Nice tip there by Nick Kuchera to make sure the receiver had no chance of the ball. 4th down 9, and that should bring back Normandy's punting unit back onto the field.
Good pressure there by Zach Gluski. Was able to get in the backfield and force the quarterback to make that throw. And good play on the other end by Nick Kuchera to force that tipped ball. Yeah. English. Not our strong suit. Neither is math. But we're neither of those live streams. We're a football live stream, so deal with it.
All right, Normandy's get punt. The snamp's good. The hold good. The ball will bounce a little bit. We're gonna let it roll, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 12-yard line of Holy Name. So nice job there by Normandy to let the ball roll a little bit and let Holy Name have a lot of field position in front of them. 88 yards, and they'll be able to take over and hopefully get another touchdown on this drive.
That was their best punt so far, and I don't know. It just gives Holy Name more field to trek to the end zone.
With 8:22 left to go in the first half, Holy Name's offense coming back onto the field for the 4th time, hoping to make it 4 for 4 on scoring attempts. Cole moving a little bit more inside. 1st down and 10, doubles right formation. Handoff is to Gardner, who's cutting out field, who's loose. The 40, the 50, the 40, the 30. Only one man to beat. The 20, the 10, the 5, an 88-yard rushing touchdown for Kriztion Gardner. He's holding him a 26-0 lead. What a run there by Kriztion Gardner, getting the outside edge and getting 88 yards. The longest run by Holy Name by any player this season. Had a huge carry there and get Holy Name up now 26-0.
Great play there by Kriztion to follow his blocks. Obviously, if they're going to get blocked, you might as well follow him, and was able to use his speed to burn past the defender. Who had the angle on him, but Kriztion just too fast.
Yeah, it was just a foot race to the end zone. Had about 3 yards of separation against the defensive back, and with just to burn him just for an extra couple of yards at the end, probably 5 yard separation by the end. Either way, Holy Name 26-0, 27-0 pending the extra point. The snap to Wallace is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 27-0 is your score now after the brilliant 88-yard rush by Kriztion Gardner. Nothing more you can ask if you're running back committee there. Getting the outside edge, nice blocks, and just nice feet there by Kriztion Gardner to get his way into the end zone.
Caps the drive off with the extra point made by the lefty kicker, Curtis Robinson.
Like we said before, with Kriztion being inactive in tonight's game, you're seeing a different dynamic opposed to the bruising running style. You're going to see more of the speed backs as Wondolowski and Kriztion Gardner, and you see the speed back paying off in a big way there as Kriztion Gardner able to get to the outside edge there. Second rushing touchdown of the game.
I told you we were going to score another rushing touchdown. I just didn't know it was going to happen on one play.
Holy Name's offense looking really sharp so far.
Defense as well looking sharp. Gotta make sure you appreciate both sides of the ball. Obviously, because they've lit up 0 points, so they had that first drive for Normandy, ended up in the red zone, but they were able to stop them, and with the tipped field goal, I think they're going to call it. And so 0 points still on the board here for Normandy.
And Brock Bates is run up. The skied squib kick will be taken in and muffed at the 20-yard line. And the player with the fall on it be taken down at the 21-yard line. So a nice job there by Brock to kind of confuse the recipient of the ball and make a mistake there and be spotted back at the 21-yard line.
The recipient of the ball, like the receiver, the return man. Not really. What the?
And Booz was doing a great job of getting the ball to anyone except the actual returners on this team, getting it to the guys out there for extra blocking, making them make a decision.
Very true.
Normandy back on the field. First down, tap ball at their own 21-yard line. Gray takes a snap, takes the handoff, looking to throw. Has some pressure by Kugluski, who now is being flushed out to the right side of the field. Has some more pressure and will be forced out of bounds there by Will Dix, who is back in the game after the hard hit he had a couple drives ago.
Good pressure there all around by the Holy Name defense. Looked to be Zach Kugluski and Jeremy Wallace chasing him, and eventually forced out, like Smee said, by Will Dix Jr.
I mean, looking at the season, with the sack he had against Padua, what he does, he's a good job of reading the quarterback's eyes, reading where he's going. And especially that Padua one, hit the guy he was supposed to be marking, he went somewhere else. That was no longer his responsibility. He saw that Tosa was going to run on that play, so he ran up and made sure he got the hit. Just like that one, he saw there was no receiver in his vicinity. He was able to cut to the ball and make sure the quarterback did not get any extra yards.
Field sense.
Second down, 12, lost it 2. Gray keeps it this time. Sheds 1 tackle. And he'll be taken down at the 21-yard, he went down to the 22-yard line. So we're going to say that's going to be a gain of 3. And the players are going to have 3rd down and 9 as there is a flag after the play.
They're going to call a personal foul on Normandy, so they're going to move him back half the distance to the goal because I can hear the ref. So that's what they called, and that's what I will relay the information to you. Third down? I think it's 3rd down here.
3rd down
in a Walgreens parking lot. I haven't said that in a while.
3rd and 21.
It's Walgreens.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line of Normandy. Gray looking to throw. Launches downfield after walking his own man, and it is intercepted by Kalandasco. He'll be taken down at the 29-yard line. Second pick of the season for Kalandasco. Is holding it. That's not Kalandasco now. That's Matt Matrix's first pick of the season there. 3s and 7s look very similar. Just look at my baseball helmet. Nice pick there. Taking out 29-yard line. Holy Name, field position. The story behind my baseball helmet, the number that was put on it was originally number 3. I am number 7 for my travel baseball team. So what I did, I ripped it enough to make it look like a number 7. Creativity.
That's because they're number 3 and number 7.
Exactly.
That's why you related to it.
Matrix, like we said many times, he had an knee injury over the offseason, did a lot of rehabbing. You'll see him working in the weight room on the extra bike, just trying to get his knee in the best condition it can be, and that was a nice pick. First big play of the season for Maternix, and it comes at a big time for Holy Name to add on to their big lead already. Trips right formation, 1st down, 10 ball at the 29-yard line. Williams looking to throw. Nice shot by Wanalowski to pick up some pressure, but however, through the interior of the offensive line, Normandy's able to get through in the backfield and sack Jayvon Williams at the 37-yard line. And now Jayvon is down in some pain, so we'll take a quick injury timeout and back in a couple minutes. Williams able to walk off on his own power after it looked like it was a leg injury there. Either way, up 27 nothing. I would assume his night will be over. And what that means, Andrew Cole, number 11, the backup quarterback and starting receiver, is coming in here. Gonna throw a couple passes, potentially hand the ball off many times, and see what he can do. Second down at 17 after the loss of 7 on the Normandy sack. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off to Wondolowski, cutting upfield, still running, and will stumble his way to they're going to spot him at the 26-yard line, gain of 11 on the play, which will bring up 3rd down and 6.
Great way there to get back in this for a more manageable 3rd down.
It opens up the playbook for a lot more possibilities here.
You know, when you're closer, it opens up the playbook a lot, Smee.
Yep. 3rd down and 6. Gardner to the left side of Cole and Wondolowski behind Cole. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off to Wondolowski, going to the outside edge, stiff arms, gets to the outside edge, at the 20, cuts inside, and will be taken down at the 14-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play, which is enough for a Holy Name 1st down once again. First and 10, we'll have to wait as there's an injured Normandy player on the field, so we'll be back after this quick injury timeout. The injured Normandy player able to get off the field. And they'll bring up 1st down and 10, ball at the 14-yard line. Gardner to the left side of Cole, and behind him is Wondolowski. Cole takes a snap, looking to throw. Rolling to his left, looking. And now he trips on himself and will fall down at the 23-yard line. Cole clearly frustrated himself there.
That looked painful.
No, he was in a little bit of pain there. I mean, he went down a couple series ago, I believe it was, on a 3rd down, I think it was. He kind of tripped on his own feet, kind of same thing happened there. But I mean, when he first went down that first time, and that time, it kind of looked like a scary non-contact injury, so definitely glad that it wasn't.
Turf monster.
2nd and 18, hand off to Wondolowski, cutting to the outside edge, cuts inside, and will be taken down at the 8-yard line, which would be a nice gain of. Let's do some math here. Pick up a 14, there it is. I got to it, a very same guy. There's an injured player on the field, however, and we're back after this another quick injury timeout. believe the injured player there was Wondolowski. He was able to get off the field with the help of a couple of his teammates. Definitely hoping he is okay. 3rd down and 4 with Nick Kuchera checking into the ball game for the injured Wondolowski. Cole takes the snap, hands the ball off to Kuchera. Going to force his way forward and get down to the 1-yard line. Nice run there by Kuchera to get Holy Name a nice set of downs and right in striking distance for another touchdown.
1st and goal, too, because obviously the 1st down. That's how you get 1st and goal.
Interesting to see what Holy Name will do here. They have many capable runners. We'll see who gets the ball. Kuchera wins the lottery, and he's in for the Holy Name touchdown. Nick Kuchera, first rushing touchdown of the game. That will be Holy Name's, I believe, 5th rushing touchdown of the game. 4th different ball carrier, and let me get a 33-0 ball game. I mean, it was a decision of, did Cole keep it, did Keyshawn get it, or did Kuchera get it? They gave it to Kuchera. First rushing touchdown, I believe, on the year for him. And Holy Name up now commanding 33-0, which is the most points we've scored in the first half this season.
4 different Holy Name players with rushing touchdowns this evening. Is it night? I don't know.
And now another thing as we wait to go for 2. Cole kind of fumble snap, could keep himself running to the outside, looking to throw, has an open receiver, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion by Kevin Pavanka. As I was saying before the 2-point conversion attempts, that makes it a 35-0 game. I mean, going into this now with the running clock with 3:43 left to go in the 2nd quarter, a very ideal situation here for Holy Name as this game can keep going and going.
Very true.
Favored by 32 going into it. We're currently beating that line by 3 points, so definitely attests to a very good job by the offense and as well by the defense. It looked on the first drive a little shaky as we were about to give up some points. However, I believe it was Wondolowski who had the tip, came up clutch there, blocked the kick, and now it's still a shutout, 35-0, with 3:43 left to go in the first half. And with that, here's your reminder: stay tuned at halftime as both bands will play their halftime shows, starting with Holy Name and then ending with Normandy. I believe we're doing four songs this time, as I have not been told differently. Definitely be a good show. Stay tuned. They're ready to kick the ball away. Line drive, and it's muffled once again there. Taken in by Gray. And they're going to mark him down at the 21-yard line.
It was a fair catch, so I don't know. Does that mean they can't?
Very interesting. I think the muff would negate it. Either way, Normandy, Elijah Gray, very frustrated. They're not having an opportunity to return the ball. Ball being spotted at the 21-yard line. I mean, Brock Williams made special teams a very difficult task for Normandy tonight, just not knowing what to expect.
Legendary kicker Brock Boomsma. He puts the boom in Boomsma.
Now you need to get a golden ticket on that. Get him a 99 overall card kicking at the end of the year. 99 kick power.
Very true.
Squib Master activated. Opponents automatically muff the kick.
Very true. He already has that, so.
X Factor activated in real life. First down and 10, ball at the 23. They're going to spot it of Normandy. Gray takes a snap, takes a handoff, looking to throw, has some pressure, and he'll be taken down the backfield with some force there by not Jeremy Wallace. It's going to be Zach Gluski on the hit. Nice hit there by Zach. Kind of picked one, kind of threw him to the ground. Said, "You shall not pass," as he tried to get the ball away. Yeah, nice hit there.
Looked like he tried to step up in the pocket, and eventually Zach came and met him and said, "No, sir." Threw him down to the turf.
Second down and 18 after the loss of 8 on the Kuglusi sack. Gray pitches it to Stacks. And Stacks will be forced out they're going to spot him down at the 25-yard line, which will be a gain of 10 on the play to bring up third down and 8. Third down and 8 here. Gray fakes the handoff to keep himself. He slips, runs into his own guy, and
They're going to say his knee hit the ground, I think. When he slipped and hit his own guy and forced his knee to the ground.
The turf must be a little weird. A couple guys slipping a little bit, and they'll bring a 4th down and 10. And Normandy's punt unit will come back onto the field with 2:04 and counting left to go in the first half. .141 and counting left to go in the first half as Normandy waits the punt. The punt is off, almost blocked there. And we're going to let it bounce. Kicks the Holy Name bounce and will roll into Normandy territory and be taken down at the 49-yard line of Normandy. Holy Name, minute 27 left to go in the first half. Potentially trying to get in one more score before the half to make it a 40-0 ball game around.
It'd be 42.
All right, they're going to stay at the 50-yard line. More on Holy Name's side after respotting there. Buck 27, interested to see if Holy Name's going to do something here to try to score before the end of the half or just kind of run down the half. Either way, Gardner to the right side of Cole, and behind him is Costanzo. First down. Costanzo takes his first carry of the game, is running to the outside, cutting up field, and Vince Costanzo, the ball carrier, will be taken down at the 31-yard line.
32, they're going to spot it at.
Nice run there by Costanzo for a gain of 18 on the play. I mean, he played pretty well against Parma when he was in the JV game we covered against Leader Catholic. He played well.
Hey, if that's your first carry coming in from the game, I say it's pretty good. 18 yards in the positive direction.
Yeah, pretty solid start from him. I'm sure he'll have an integral part running the ball next year for Varsity. Ball 32-yard line, first down and 10. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off once again to Costanzo. And he's met that time at the 31-yard line, I should say, gain of 1. And they had an answer from that time, but still 2 carries, 19 yards to begin your night. I mean, pretty solid. Nothing more you can ask for Costanzo. I mean, looking at the timing we're looking at, it looks like Holy Name can just try to run down the clock at this point. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball to Costanzo going to the outside edge, and he'll be forced down at the 30-yard line. We'll see another gain of 1 on the play.
Seems that they, with 8 seconds left, seems that they're just going to let the clock run out.
And with that, we're going to let the clock run out. Score 35-0 end of the first half. We'll be back in around 20 minutes with the second half.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On the record, Mr. James Burrow, from Coach Nicholas Paskey, band president and Boston, New York, vice president and co-captain John Rollins of Philadelphia, rock captain Al Lima, and drum captain Ron Dow. Who's the coach of Holy Name Athletics Pregame.
All right, Normandy's ready to send the ball away to begin the second half. 35-0 in favor of Holy Name is your score. As the ball is sent away pretty far. Taken in inside the 5 by Bavanka. Bavanka cutting up field, jukes a defender. Okay, still some room to go. Still going to field and be taken down finally the 42-yard line. But there's a flag on the play, so we'll wait to see if the penalty is on.
It was a nasty juke by Kevin Bavanka.
Bavanka's had a couple of nice returns this season, especially the one against Clyde that got him to around the 40-yard line of Clyde in that game that got us a touchdown later in that drive to make it a 17-13 lead at halftime in that game. And once again, another crucial return there by Bavanka, but however, I believe this holding is the call.
Yep.
Now I'll move Holy Name back to around the 30 mark at the 20-yard line, which is where Holy Name will begin their first possession of the second half, up 35-0. For those just tuning in to the second half, a big part of this game, Kriztion Sanchez inactive with an ankle injury, and Jayvon Williams towards the end of the second quarter did go down with a leg injury, and the score was already 28-0 at that point. So, regardless if he's okay to go back in or not, Cole will take over for the foreseeable future. First down, 10 ball at the 20-yard line of Holy Name. Costanza, the ball carrier, running to the outside, cuts back inside, and will be thrown down at the 21-yard line. Gain of 6 in the play, brings him second down and gain of 1. Second down and 9. And also, we know Thursday Night Football between the Broncos and the Colts is going on at this current moment, so we'll give you as many updates as we can of the score. Colt takes snap. Basically keep himself, stiff arms defender, and is taken down the backfield at the 15-yard line. That's the second sack of the game for Normandy, so we got third down and around 15 for Holy Name. We do have a score update. It is currently 3-0 in favor of the Broncos, and they also do have the ball currently at their own 14, first down and 10 for the Broncos. As a Seahawks fan, it's kind of painful seeing Russell Wilson for Broncos country left wide, as we did beat them. Alvin McManus is left wide. And Geno Smith currently does have a better passer rating than Russell Wilson. I'm just saying, Geno better than Russell Wilson. Just saying. I can dream. Third down and 14. Handoff. And that might be Costanzo at the carry. It is indeed Vince Costanzo, the ball carrier, gains about 5 yards. Fourth down and 9, and a punt unit at Holy Name will come on for, I believe, the first time this game.
That is true. True.
Snap is good. As Gabe Young, the new punter for the injured Wondolowski, kicks the ball away. And the ball carrier for Normandy is Stash. He takes it to around the 42-yard line of Holy Name. And they will begin their first drive of the half.
Way to go, Gabe Young, to step up, show off his big leg. Good punt there, kind of more of a line drive punt, but overall good job there by Gabe Young.
Now here comes Normandy's offense for the first time this half, down 35, looking to capitalize on something to get their offense going in this game. Trips left formation, first down and 10. Pass play, Gray looking to throw, launches it, and it is caught there by number 10, Stacks. Nice gain there for Normandy, and that's enough to get them in the red zone for the second time this game, I believe, and enough for a Normandy first down. First and 10 ball at the 12-yard line of Holy Name. Trips right formation here. Gray takes a snap, not ready for it as it's fumbled, and just had the fall on it. No one knew what was going on in that play. A little bit of a weird one there as Gray's able to recover after a Normandy scare. That is a timeout.
Holy Name.
Williams takes timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in a minute. All right, Normandy's offense comes back out of the field after the Holy Name timeout. 2nd down and 10, ball spot at the 12-yard line of Holy Name with 7:45 and counting left to go in the second half. Not second half, third quarter, whatever it is. As the pass is caught there for the Normandy touchdown. That is Austin Stash. That not only will put Normandy's first 6 points of the game on the board, that will also stop the running clock. The in-stadium announcer sounds so happy as the score is now 35-6 in favor of Holy Name.
Okay.
Pick is up by Illich, and it is good. 35-7 in favor of Holy Name is now your score. Running clock now stops with 7:38 left to go in the third quarter. All right, Normandy set to kick the ball away to Holy Name, down by 28. The ball sent off on a Brock Boomsma-esque kick. It'll be kicked out of bounds. That'll give Holy Name even better field position.
There's the flag.
The refs decided not to throw the flag until a little anticipation there. However, the penalty will still be there, and Holy Name will get pretty good field position. I mean, obviously, I think the drive before is just to run down the clock. I mean, this drive, the goal has to be getting the end zone for sure to get the running clock back and going, because I'm sure, especially if any of the starters are still out there at this point, you don't want to risk injury. Like kind of how Vaughn went down at the end of the first half. I think if Vaughn did not go down, they would have tried to score on that final drive of the first half. I think they were trying to get out of there unscathed to end the half.
Well, the running clock makes the game go faster, which makes me go home earlier, which makes me get more sleep.
For you, that doesn't matter. 1st down and 10, doubles left formation. Cole takes a snap. Hands the ball to Costanzo, getting to the outside edge. Cutting upfield. Costanzo, the ball carrier, will be taken down at the 48-yard line. Nice. They're going to call it probably more like a 12-yard gain. Either way, enough for Holy Name. 1st down. There's an injured Normandy player on the field, so we'll be back after its injury timeout. Can't count. The injured player for Normandy able to get off the field on his own power. First down 10 ball at the 47-yard line of Holy Name. Cole takes a snap. Hands the ball off to Costanzo, who's getting the outside edge on the right side. Runs forward to around, they're going to mark him down at the, 44-yard line, I'm going to say. 44, 43, depending where the side judges agree. Either way, it'll be 2nd down and 1 after the gain of 9. Costanzo's done a pretty good job running the ball this game, getting the outside, especially for that big running of 18 yards he had at the end of the first half.
Yeah, he's had some good chunk plays, which promising for the future here.
Yep, trips left here, 2nd down and 1. Cole takes the snap, hands the ball off once again to Costanzo. And forward progress should stop him at the 40-yard line. They're going to give him the 39-yard line, actually, and that'll be enough for a Holy Name first down.
Sometimes forward progress is questionable, but when it works in our favor, I don't question it. When it works against us, I will heavily question it.
Highly questionable. Oh, CC, very intrigued. First down 10 ball at the 39-yard line of the Invaders. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball to Costanzo. To the left side this time, cuts up field, and a weird trip stumble to the 29-yard line. Another gain of 10 there, and that might be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, the Turf Monster's racking up a lot of tackles today.
There's an injured Normandy player, so we're going to take a quick injury timeout, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, after the injury timeout, the players are able to get off on his own power. First down 10 ball at the 29-yard line of the Invaders. High snap, Cole gets able to corral it. He's just going to fall down at the 34-yard line. He really didn't have full possession of the ball and wanted to make sure he didn't give up the turnover.
Smart play hit there by Cole. Just like Smee said, unfortunate on the snap, able to corral it, but just going down, and smart play not to lose any more yardage or a turnover there.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the starting players are now out of the game. However, there are a couple, like Zach Aglusi still in the game. And then the Lions, I think, pretty much a 3-2 split of starters and non-starters at this point in the game, as it is 2nd down and 15 after the loss of 5. Cole takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and keep it himself, running to the left side of the field. Cuts up field, still going, and it'll be thrown down at the 21-yard line. Nice gain of 14 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Manageable. More manageable than 14. As you said twice, opens up the playbook to a lot more plays.
Yeah. Getting a quick look at this offensive line that Holy Name currently has in. A couple seniors on there, but from left to right, from what I can see, Tyler Davis at left tackle, I believe at left guard might be Louis Lugo. He might be on the right side. I can't tell exactly who's on the left side at this current moment. I'll let you know in a second. Jayvon Santiago's on the left at left guard, center Zach Aglusi. Right side is Louis Lugo. On the right tackle is Jeremy Wallace. A couple starters in there. A couple second string guys who are still very valuable to the offensive line. As Costanzo fumbles the ball, and it'll be recovered by Normandy at around they're going to say the 30-yard line, I would assume. And there's another injured Normandy player on the field, but just nice job there by Normandy to punch the ball out. And they'll turn the ball over and give it back to Normandy.
Unfortunate there, he just got the ball punched right out of his hands. So, Holy Name turnover.
The drive looked pretty promising, just unfortunate. Just good technical football there by the Invaders defense. Down 28, trying to make a comeback starting with 4:32 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Normandy's offense back on the field. First down and 10 as Gray looks to throw. Has some pressure. Evades the sack, running to the left side of the field. Cuts up field. He evades a couple more defenders. Still on his feet. Rolling down and will finally be thrown down at they're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line of Normandy. A big chunk yard play there They're going to stay around, I'd say around 17 yards, and that'll be enough for a Normandy first down. I mean, Elijah Gray should have been taken down in the backfield, cut up field, got a nice chunk yard play, and nothing more you can say about that. It was just a good chunk yard play from Elijah Gray. Still score 3-0 in the Broncos-Colts game in favor of the Broncos. First down, 10 ball at the 47-yard line. Normandy, Gray looking to throw. Has some pressure, and he will be taken down in the backfield for a sack by Tyler Davis. Nice sack there by the senior tackle and defensive tackle. Second sack of the game for Holy Name, and that comes at a big time as momentum seems to be going back in favor of Normandy.
Yeah, he was able to just get around the edge, grab the quarterback, and just not let go.
Yeah, Gray was trying to throw the ball away. Tyler Davis said, no, sir. Throw him down to the ground. And just like that, 2nd and 13 is upcoming here for Normandy, and momentum that they were slowly starting to build might have just been drained a little bit right there.
X factor.
Taking down 13, ball at the 44-yard line. Gray takes a snap. Kind of keeping himself on a keeper. Goes to the middle of the field. Breaks a couple tackles, and he'll be dragged down. They're going to stay at midfield. We're going to say midfield more towards the side of Normandy. 3rd down and 7 at midfield. 2:54 and counting left to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-7 in favor of Holy Name is your score. Trips left formation here. Gray takes a snap, looking to throw. Launches it, and it is a little bit high. Tipped off the hands, I believe, of Gabe Young. Nice job there to break up the pass, and that'll bring up 4th down and 7 in must-go-for territory.
Yeah, you're just in a weird spot, literally directly middle of the field. No reason to punt it here when you're down by 28, so just gonna go for it. Or we take a timeout.
Normandy takes a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we are back after the timeout from Normandy. 4th down and 7 ball at midfield. 5 wide with 4 to the left side of the field as Gray is looking to throw. Has some pressure, launches it downfield, and it is incomplete over the head of Kanicki. I'm going to say a legal man downfield is a flag on the play, and I'll give Holy Name back the ball at midfield. Nice job there by Rayshon Edgerson. He gave a little bit of leeway there to make sure that whatever the word is, he gave enough room there for the receiver to seem open, but not enough of field for him to actually make the catch. Good job there by Rayshon Edgerson. And Holy Name now has another life, trying to punch the ball in, get the running clock back on again, up 28.
True.
Holy Name's offense back on the field. 1st down and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. Doubles right formation with Cole, the quarterback. As there'll be another timeout here for Normandy, and we'll take another timeout. We're back after the Normandy timeout. First down and 10, ball at midfield once again with doubles right formation here for Holy Name. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off to Costanzo. He's met, but he's able to fall forward to around the 49-yard line, gain of 1 on the play. Second down and 9 upcoming. Here's a quick reminder, next week we take on the Buckeye Bucks at home at North Royalton on Friday at 7 p.m. Look on YouTube around 6:15 for the Holy Name Athletics Pregame show, where we'll recap this game. We'll recap whoever Buckeye plays in that game, and we'll get you ready for that one.
Parma. No, they don't.
As
They play Lakewood.
As Cole keeps it here. That's a field, and trucks through a defender. Up to the 44-yard line.
Cole is not afraid to take a hit, especially when he's the one laying the hit.
Yeah, like we said, next week, Friday night, 7 p.m., 6:15 pregame show, and then 7 p.m., myself and Cam will be on the call for that one. It'll be a good game, and the winner of that game, as it looks right now, will represent the GLC East in the GLC Championship game on the 21st away, as most likely the winner of North Olmsted versus Elyria Catholic tomorrow night. So there'll be some big games coming out, that Elyria Catholic game's big one, and the Buckeye game, definitely. Probably the two biggest games remaining in the GLC this season, besides the championship game, as Costanzo tackled weirdly from behind at around the 36-yard line, which is enough to move the chains for Holy Name first down once again.
It was like a helicopter. He spun around before he got tackled.
Close to a horse collar, but he got just around and did not get the penalty. Trips formation here. First down, 10, ball at the 36-yard line of the Invaders. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball to Costanzo. And he's going to force his way forward to they're going to spot him between the 28 29, more towards the 29-yard line. So that'll be a gain of a few on the play. Brings up second down and 8 from the 34-yard line.
This Holy Name rushing attack of the Vince Costanzo seems to just be powering them through down the field and also chewing the clock. Very much so.
There are only 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 28-point lead for Holy Name. One more score that should keep a running clock for the rest of the game, hopefully. Cole takes a snap, pitches to Costanzo, cuts the field, and will stumble his way to the 31-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 3 on the play, which will bring up third down and 5. And that should end the third quarter. Your score at the end of the third quarter, 35-7 in favor of Holy Name, was your score. We're going to take a quick timeout as the teams switch sides and bring in the fourth quarter. All right, we are ready to begin the fourth quarter. As Costanzo takes the handoff, running to the left side of the field. He'll be taken down at the 29-yard line, so a gain of a couple on the play to bring up fourth down and 4. I would assume the Holy Name offense will stay on the field for this one, considering the field position, as well as Curtis having been injured already this season, not wanting to risk an injury of sending him out here already up by 28.
And you're right, the Holy Name offense is going to stay on the field here as they look to the sideline for the play call. They've now got it.
Now to the right side of Cole is Bowden, and behind Cole is Costanzo. They try to get him the jump to no avail. The fake handoff. Cole's running to the outside right. Gonna stumble forward to around the 29-yard line. 29-yard line, not enough for the first down, which will give Normandy back the ball down by 28 with 11 left to go in tonight's contest. And now it's interesting to see if Normandy, if they're going to go a very aggressive approach, trying to do 5 wide each play, if they're going to try and play conservative here and try to just to get a couple points on the board, they're going to go for everything here. It depends. Down 28. I mean, there's obviously enough time for a comeback. I mean, get the ball back quickly, they can still easily come back in this game. But I mean, Holy Name at this point, I think they're trying to look at whoever they can for next year, especially as Gray looks to throw, and it is incomplete, just over the head of Kanicki. Coverage there by Rayshon Edgerson once again. He's had a couple of nice tight coverages this game, and once again, just a little overthrown by Elijah Gray, which will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Normandy Invader offense.
Are you insinuating that this could turn into the Ravens Dolphins game?
Not at all.
But you said they can always come back.
That's a statement. They can always come back.
True. And that's what happened in the Ravens game. The Ravens offense.
Elijah Gray, the ball carrier, now switching the play from the left to the right side, and he'll be taken down. I believe Brock Booms was the main guy there. Alex Wolf there, the first man to get there to halt his progress.
True.
There you go. He's the first one to hit him. Last time, I credited one of his tackles apparently to Wanch. He was not happy about it. There you go. I credited you with the first hit there. Now you can't yell at me.
He still can.
He still probably will. 3rd down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line
I just like yelling
of Normandy. Trips right formation here. Gray looking to throw. And he's running to the outside. And he'll do a flip, I guess. Flip out of bounds right around the 39-yard line, hoping he's okay. A little bit of acrobatics there, as that'll be 4th down and short here for Normandy. But I mean, I don't know what he was trying to do there, but he got flipped.
Looks. I can't tell if that's their offense or the punting unit.
That looks like the offense.
Okay, that makes sense.
It looks like it's going to be a quarterback sneak here or something along those lines.
If you'd like to call this bunch formation, you definitely can, because everybody is in one spot.
Quarterback run. He comes to the field for a 1st down and then some. Now he's loose. The 40. One man to tackle him, and Rayshon Ederson's able to track him down at the 22-yard line. Nice job by Rayshon to track him down, but still nice explosive run there for Normandy to give him a 1st down. And here's a nice run there. Originally the design was to go up to the middle of the field, but cut to the left side of the field. Now going to run the same formation here, bunched once again.
The same play.
Turning into Valley Forge almost. As he'll be taken down at the 19-yard line.
Well, if they wanted to turn to Valley Forge, they'd have to run the same play every play for the entire quarter.
And now the personnel will change, as I assume that'll be the end of the bunch formation to Valley Forge. 2 plays that lasted. Rest in peace, bunch formation used by Normandy from Valley Forge. Trips left formation. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Gray dropping back, looking to throw. Running to the outside. Launches it, and it is caught there by Starks, and that's under the Normandy touchdown. Normandy's 2nd touchdown of the game. And now field goal pending, 35-14, as they're trying to come back in this game. Kick is up and good. 35-14 is your score in favor of Holy Name. Up by 21 with 9:20 left to go in today's contest. Normandy ready to set the ball away, down 35-14 with 9:20 left to go in tonight's contest. Ball sent away to the sideline. We're gonna let it go. Has to be taken in by Keyshawn Gardner. He's gonna run up the field a little bit. Now he's coming to the outside edge. And he'll be forced out at around midfield, maybe the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he broke that initial tackle and was just able to get like 20 extra yards. He had to recover that ball because it was still in bounds and it went more than 10 yards, so it would be an onside kick. It was kind of like an onside kick-esque because no one was over there, but good job by Keyshawn to recover it and be able to advance it at least 20 more yards.
Yeah, it looked like the kicker of Normandy trying to challenge Eric Brock Boomsma, but no one can match the energy and charisma of Brock Boomsma, the cult hero. First down 10, trips doubles left formation here for Holy Name. Cole's quarterback, to the left of him is Costanzo. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off. Costanzo cuts upfield, and the ball's loose.
The far ref is going to say second down.
And the refs are in agreement that Holy Name regain possession of the ball at the fumble. A little bit of a scare there.
Luis Luga able to fall on the ball. So.
Yeah, a little bit of scare there for Holy Name, but able to fall on the ball and keep the drive going. 8:50 left to go in tonight's contest.
8:40 here left in today's contest with a running clock because it was in bounds.
Trips left formation as Costanza moves to the left side of Cole. Second down and 8. Fake handoff, Cole's gonna keep it himself, cut up field. And he's gonna stumble forward to the 36-yard line. Nice run there by Cole. A gain of 12. That's plenty enough for another Holy Name first down. First down 10 at the gain of 12 by Cole. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball to Costanzo, who's met immediately at the line, and they'll say he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1, and spotted at 41, 42-yard line right around there. Either way, they'll bring up second down. They're going to say loss of 1, bring up second down and 11 here for Holy Name. As the clock still runs with 7:40 and counting left to go in tonight's contest.
It seems that we're turning into Valley Forge by just running and running and running.
You see, we don't run the bunch formation.
That's true.
But we could, you never know.
That's true.
Bowden to the right side of Cole, and behind Cole is Costanzo. Second down and 11. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball off to Costanzo, who's hit once again immediately, thrown in the backfield by Paul Schluga, one of the few seniors on this Normandy defense. And I'll bring up third down and probably 12 now. I'll off by a little bit on there. Third down and 14 they're going to mark it as. Forward progress working against Holy Name there as third down and 14, which are most likely to bring up a pass play, maybe a screen here, unless they're going to run the ball and just trying to get down the clock.
They're going to run the ball.
Bowden to the right side of Cole, and behind Cole is Costanzo. Third down and 14. Cole takes a snap.
Told you.
Fumbles the ball, and that one should be recovered by Normandy. And Normandy does recover it. They're going to have the possession at the 44 at their own 44-yard line. Fumble there by Holy Name. Just unfortunate there, just a little miscommunication on the handoff, and now Normandy, with all the momentum in the world, with 6:31 left to go on the clock, down by 21, trying to mount a comeback.
They got 6 minutes and 31 seconds to score 21, so.
Holy Name's defense needs to come up big here to stop to kill any momentum that Normandy has, as momentum is everything in football.
True.
First down 10 ball at the 45-yard line of Normandy. Trips right formation. Gray takes a snap, looking to throw. Has some pressure, rolling now to the left side of the field. Has a man open downfield. Has a launch, and it is picked off by Rayshawn Ederson. Ederson taken down at the 47-yard line of of Normandy, and that might be the dagger in this game.
Looks like Anderson was kind of the receiver on that play because the quarterback threw it right to him.
Once again, Anderson, that's the third time he's baited the quarterback to throw it in this game, making sure the receiver has a couple of yards. And for the third time, he has cut off the throwing lane pretty quickly, 2 bobbles out of bounds. That time, he finishes it, and that might finish Normandy's offense.
6:21 left here to play still. As Holy Name, the offense will probably keep trying to run down this clock. 8 in the box.
Cole looks to the sideline, gets nothing. They snap, hands the ball to Costanzo, who still runs it up the gut, and will be forced down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 6, which will bring up second down and 6. I was right. I just second-guessed myself.
There's pros and cons of having 8 in the box. You still have to stop the run because you know they're going to run the ball, but if Costanzo breaks through that first level, then he's pretty much gone.
I kind of look at that Elisha Gray run that Raytron Ederson did track down earlier in this game to prevent a touchdown. The box was stacked. Pretty much everyone was there. Gray was able to cut to the outside. Costanzo just cutting through instead this time, getting a nice gain of 4. As Costanzo now going to the outside once again, gets past the 40-yard line, going to force his way to the 38. That will be a nice gain there. And it's a gain of 5. And bring up third down and 1. Big third down here for Holy Name. If they do convert, they can run off another nice chunk of clock off. If not, Normandy gets the ball back. They do have 1 timeout, so they could use it here. Bowden to the right side of Cole and Costanzo's backfield. Behind Cole, third down and 1. Cole takes a snap, hands the ball to Costanzo, who cuts up the middle. That's a different ball carrier this time. Isaiah Montijo with the ball carrier, enough for another Holy Name first down. Nice run there by Montijo. I believe that was his first carry of the season. He was inactive for a lot of the weeks, I believe, due to an injury, so definitely glad to see him on the field. He came in last year, one of those guys with high potential, along with Will Dix in the secondary, linebacker. One of those guys that's got to step up next year. Once guys like Nick Kuchera and Austin Wanilowski are gone. First down 10 after the first down run by Montijo. He gets the ball again, and he'll be taken down right away. They're going to mark him down at the 31, so mark it as a loss of 2. Should bring up second down and 12. Here, ball spotted at the 31-yard line of Normandy. Unfortunate loss on the play there. However, there's 4:23 and the clock is still running left to go in today's contest. And in a boring game of football, the Broncos are up 6-0 against the Colts, but the Colts have the ball on Denver's 24-yard line. So I'm interested to see if the Colts can capitalize on that. Second down and 12, ball at the 31-yard line. Colt takes a snap, hands the ball to Montijo. And Montijo will get to the 30-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 1. Third down and 11 upcoming for Holy Name. And there is an injured player on the field for Holy Name. And it appears to be Isaiah Montijo. And we'll be back in a minute after its injury timeout. Montillo is being carried off the field by a couple of teammates, mainly Rashad Hartnett on that play. I mean, he just came back from injury today, I believe. Tough break for him. The kid's really good at football. Definitely hoping for a speedy recovery there, as you never want to see anyone go injured, especially on the first game back. He had 3 carries. He did get us that nice first down and chew more clock, so you got to give him credit to him. As Costanzo comes back into the game and taken down at the 32, which will be a 4th down and 12 now for Holy Name. But still, horrible to see anyone go down. Just wishing the best for Montillo. And Cam, I believe you have an announcement for soccer?
Yes, the Holy Name men's soccer team will play their senior day at Holy Name. The game starts at 1 p.m. with the senior day festivities taking place at around 12:40. So be there, show up for the seniors. We have 5 seniors on the team, and just come out and support us as we play.
Who are the seniors?
Stevie Milanovic, Peter Cristino, Luke Day, Ethan Ragazzo, and Curtis Robinson.
Who's your favorite senior?
Curtis Robinson.
Oh, your brother's not gonna be very happy with that statement.
I don't care. I like them all though.
But still, that will be a timeout for, I believe, Holy Name. And we'll be back in a minute as we take our own timeout. Get a punt here at a very interesting moment here, as they're within the 40-yard line. Wondolowski on the punt, it appears. The snap is a little low, taking him on Wondolowski, and that one's going to be. Actually, it's going to bounce at the 2-yard line.
Punt dot.
What a dot there by Wondolowski there to pin them at the 2-yard line.
Well, for some reason they brought 0 pressure. They also had 0 return man. They kind of just stood there and let it happen. So, punt dot.
I mean, that was amazing accuracy there by Austin Wondolowski. The pin at the 2-yard line at 2:39 left to go. 98 yards, or I say the 3-yard line, 97 yards of field ahead of them. Now, Holy Name defense comes up big. One more stop, and we can go home a winner over Normandy and go into next week against Buckeye. Winner take all. Go to the GLC championship.
Sleep.
I could use some sleep.
I like sleep. I don't know, it's been a weird week because we had Monday off because of the homecoming, and then
Feels like it's been a 10-day week.
yeah, Thursday night football instead of Friday night football. But we're making it through.
But hey, at least we have a dress down day tomorrow for the Guardians making the playoffs against the Rays. That game's at 12:07.
Weird time.
As Elijah Gray looking to throw. He's going to run out of the right side of the field. Being tracked down by Voltaire, who will not have to hit him, and the chasing will force him out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play, which bring up first down and 10 now at the 20-yard line to the 17-yard gain, which obviously moves the chains.
Just like I said last week, the quarterback goes out of bounds instead of getting hit because if you don't have to get hit, you shouldn't try and get hit.
And also, there's 2:30 left to go in the game, and they kind of
stop the clock.
They need to stop the clock. Yeah, one last reminder for next week. We take on Buckeye at North Royalton at 7 o'clock. Live coverage will begin at 6:15 with the Holy Name Athletics Pregame show. And then at 7 p.m. we'll be on, myself and Cam will be on the call. It'll be a good one. Come out if you can, go to the game. If not, watch it at home with our commentary as Elijah Gray is taken down, I believe, by Tyler Davis. And Tyler Davis is the one I saw for sure, so we'll credit him. Tyler Davis and another defensive lineman for Holy Name.
They're not going to call it a sack. They're going to, because he fell forward, so they're going to give him forward progress.
Yeah, looking at the Buckeye game next week, I mean, we lost in that game-winning field goal by Ben Barnes last year. That was a tough one for Holy Name. I mean, everything went downhill after Andrew Scheiben unfortunately got called for that unnecessary roughness call, I believe it was. It was unfortunate. It was just a rainy game. I remember having to struggle to get the camera back into into the box at Buckeye.
And everybody wanted to come into the press box.
Yeah, it was a very interesting game. It would be nice to have that be a home game this
It
year.
was cold. It was raining.
Not as cold as West Holmes. West Holmes was the worst one
Oh,
we've had.
tell me about it.
You were there. I don't have to tell you about it. I had a couple extra layers back then. I mean, it was still pretty cool, but I had a couple extra layers that helped me. First down and 10 ball at the 30-yard line. As Gray is looking to throw. Launches it downfield, and it is slow shy, and it's picked off. Mikey Torzedlo. And it'll be thrown down at the, 38-yard line. Mikey Torzedlo. That one will end the game officially for Normandy. Nice pick there by Mikey. He did really well in that JV game against EC. That nice interception. That's the second interception I know of on the season for Varsity or JV. That's his first career Varsity interception, so congratulations to Mikey, capping off a big win for Holy Name tonight.
Yeah, he was running behind the receiver. I don't know if he just deked at the quarterback kind of and just came back for the ball hawk and just got right in front of the receiver, used his hands, and took the ball. Interception.
And Mikey's football IQ is through the roof, especially you saw in the JV game against Elyria Catholic. He had to dive at the ball, but opposed to going to the ground with his elbows facing the ground, he turned his back to the turf, landed down on his back, and made sure he held the ball. That was some smart job there to protect the football, make sure he did it. That time, just able to read the route and have a nice return. And now Holy Name just needs to run the ball a couple times, and we'll be out of here.
Well, they do have one timeout, so maybe they're going to use it. I don't know. We're going to find out, aren't we?
Jayvon Williams now in victory formation, back in the game, with Cole and Gardner behind him. And Wondolowski around midfield if it goes bad. Williams takes a couple steps back and knees it at the 40-yard line. Now keep the clock running with $1:18 left to go in tonight's contest. I mean, two big interceptions in the fourth quarter, one by Rayshon Ederson, the other one by Mikey Torzedlo there to cap off the game. I mean, the defense, things are looking a little rough, only up by 21 after being up by 35, but the defense got everything together, came back, regrouped, and has held up strong for the second half of this fourth quarter.
Couldn't say it better myself.
And I mean, in situations like this, from my experience at least, it's basically just the quarterback's allowed to take a couple steps back and knead the ball down. I mean, as you'll see on this play, use it down. You might be confused why the defensive line and not offensive line are not shooting out. This is my understanding of it. When I played football, we won against Rocky River. We were in victory formation for the final play. The ref came up to us and did say that if anyone shot out and tried to block, it would be a personal foul. So maybe that's what it is, just to avoid any injuries and stuff like that. Either way, that will end tonight's game. Your final score, 35-14 in favor of Holy Name. From our crew, Michael Lexick on the computer graphic stuff, Jacob Ragazzo on the camera, Damian Webb, your scoreboard, Cam Ragazzo, the side commentator, myself, Nathan Smee, your main commentator. We thank you for watching this. We hope we'll see you next week on Friday night at 7 p.m. as we take on Buckeye. Once again, we'll go live 6:15 at the Holy Name Athletics Pregame show. And with that, we'll say goodnight from Byers Field. Thank you for everyone for watching, and we hope you tune in next time. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Holy Name Broadcasting. The stuff is in the description below. That's all I have to say. Good night from Byers Field.
Bye-bye.